Alright you guys, welcome back to another deck video for you today. We're going to be taking a look at an exciting round 1 match between Machamp and Shiftry. Now, if you know Shiftry, Shiftry is a card that is actually banned in standard format, or at least was banned. The ban's now lifted because of the forest thing, but it was banned for a very long time. It was the, I'm trying to remember, it was the second card ever banned since Neo set, or was that Trump card? I forgot what was banned first. I think Trump card was banned first. Wasn't it? Yeah, Trump card was banned first. And then Shiftry. I can't remember. Either ways. Sorry, I'm getting way sidetracked already. Typical Alex. Shiftry. Anyways, what it does is when you evolve it, you flip a coin, and if heads, you take one of your opponent's Pokemon and put it back into their hand. Pretty simple card there. Basically, the idea is to use that ability a whole bunch on your opponent's turn so that they run out of Pokemon on their side of the field and therefore lose. Pretty simple. It's kind of focused to be, there's one or two donk decks in the U150 format, or at least that we play. And this is kind of one of them. However, this donk deck kind of operates, it doesn't need to go off turn 2. Whereas Bronze on Break kind of needs to get that big turn on turn 2. Shiftry can miss a couple of Giant Fans. Shiftry can miss turns, and it'd be okay. You know? It got the legs to stand on. And also it runs Trump card, and so if you do like cool download shenanigans and scoop up shenanigans, you can keep using download over and over again, and technically you can have infinite turns just based off of that. So anyways, so we're gonna look at this. I'm gonna go second. I'm gonna get the Cyclone Energy in my hand, take the Spiritomb away so I can play items. The Broken Time Space is in play here, so that all I really need to do is just get this Shiftry out and use it a whole bunch of times to hopefully just start setting up stuff. So, I think I missed this Blaine's Gamble. Yeah, I missed the Blaine's Gamble, then the Sycamore comes down, really hoping to hit the Porygon 2 here so that I can play a second supporter. That's kind of what we're looking at this turn. Ruin Wall comes down to get an Unknown. The Shiftry deck is 5 supporters. It's got Sycamore, Juniper, Lysander, Guzma, and Trump card. That's it. So the rest of them are kind of items. It's got a whole bunch of items. I would take a look at the deck video for this list because it is kind of crazy. So yeah, there you go. I'm just kind of trying to go off this turn. I really need to hit a lot here to try to I'm trying to think of what I need to do here. I think that Ultra Ball actually might go for Porygon 2. No, I'm actually playing Battle Compressor here, it looks like. And then Ultra Balling to save one of those cards in my hand. I think that's kind of what I'm looking at doing, maybe? Who knows? I kind of just blew through this turn and this deck and everything. It was just kind of a weird sort of thing. But pretty much the idea here behind this turn is I'm just going to try to get a whole bunch of Giant Fans off to hopefully just kind of like go off. Yeah, it looks like I either wanted to play a Battle Compressor or missed a Battle Compressor or something and then went for the egg. That was actually kind of confusing. Item Finder is going to go probably for that Oak. Yep, Oak going in for some more cards here. Hopefully not hitting too many dead ends. A dead end is basically just like no draw supporters left. I left the Sycamore out there to show you, hey look, I played a Sycamore already. Evosoda goes for Nuzleaf. Like I said, it probably would have been nice to get a Porygon 2 at some point. Oop, there it is. Card flip game. Trainer, hey, we get to draw 2 cards. Like I said, this deck just plays nothing but items and draw power and searching and recovery and just kind of wants to go off, you know? That's really all it really wants to do here. Let's see if we can get one Giant Fan. Erica to draw 3. Bill to draw 2. There's an AZ. Pokénav's going to give me another C-Dot. That's not really going to help me much. We're going to bench it anyways, just in case I miss. Retire here. It looks like I have a Repeat Ball. That's probably going to grab an Unknown. No, it's going to grab a Nuzleaf instead, actually. Wish I could see my hand here. There's a Pokemon Rescue. We're going to grab an Unknown and use said Unknown to draw an extra card. Maybe we hit a dead end this time. Pokemon Rescue. Or Buddy Rescue, sorry. Get another Unknown. Here's a Master Ball, top 7, and we miss. So I'm betting you anything that it actually I flew too close to the sun and I'm just like dying this turn. Nope, here's a random receiver. Looking to get that Sycamore. Looks really cool sped up, actually. Where's another supporter? Oh, that was it. Apparently I have no more supporters left. Grady did manage to Oaks at one point, so it makes sense. Shaman, there's a Misty's Wrath, and a, oh yeah, Pokemon Retriever, or sorry, Lieutenant Surge's Treaty. And then Misty's Wrath here, hopefully draw some more cards. There's a Versus Seeker, might keep that, actually? Question mark? Definitely not the reserve ticket. I don't know why I'm hovering the reserve ticket at all. Yep, here's a Giant Fan. Heads, get the Spiritomb back up so that if I go for Machamp, if I did Machamp, he would just push the Spiritomb up and I'd be Atom locked again. So Spiritomb is definitely the first one. Mail from Bill to draw some more cards. There's a fastball, not really going to do much good for me. A quick plus a great ball. Going to go with another unknown. Hopefully I can draw a card from there. I think I'm hitting a dead end here actually. Claydol. Fastball only grabs evolutions. So not going to be great there. I think we're just playing it to play it. No more evolutions in the deck actually, I'm pretty sure, because there's the Porygons, Shiftry, Nuzleaf, and the Claydol's in my hand. Back up for 3. Missing the victory. Getting a Nest Ball probably for unknown. Nope, for Ambipom. Ambipom lets you draw 1 card for your turn. So I think I'm just trying to get out of my dead end here. It's looking like I had a dead end. Timer Ball, need at least 1 heads here. Double Tails. Not going to get any evolutions there. An AZ onto the Shaman, it looks like, actually. Going to be a down. That's the download. So Shaman for 3. There's a computer search. We can actually keep this hand going. Blaine Squiz 2. He's got to guess if it's a trainer, Pokemon, or item. He guessed correctly. Roller Skates fails, but I still have this computer search, like I said. Hopefully the computer search can grab me another card somewhere. Swoop Teleporter, probably going to grab an Ambipom, even though I don't think I can't use the Ambipom again. You can only use it once per turn. So we are going to grab an Uxie. Computer search, discarding Brimey's. Looks like I grabbed a dowsing machine actually. So it was computer search, egg and 1 card for dowsing, egg and 1 card for the Oak. That's kind of what that was, I believe. Level Ball, most likely going to go for I would think Baltoy or a fail search. That's just going to be a fail search. Baltoy is probably prized at this point because I probably could have gotten it already. There's the Tina, so I'm going to let loose for 4 cards. Really signaling that I don't have a lot here. I'm going to need like a Devo spray. Like I really just need a Devo spray at some point. Let loosing for 4. Kind of thinking, that's a pass. So I did sputter. I hit a dead end early. Only was able to hit 1 Giant Fan. And not great. So that's kind of the one thing that that Shiftry needs to do early. This Gust of Wind on the Porygon's big because that means that I can't trump card and play a supporter the same turn. So that's really not good. Shiftry does just need to have that 1 turn of going off, and if it misses, you can get hexed out of game, you can get gooped out of game, you can get a lot of stuff out of game, unfortunately. So kind of one of the weird idiosyncrasies of the deck is that you don't really necessarily need to go off turn 2, but you can survive. Like you can survive. You just got to get that 1 turn of all these Giant Fans. You don't need it right away. So there's a Hex followed by a GX Evolve. Not going to be able to do a whole lot on my turn because of the Hex. It'd be really nice if I could get out of the active, but I don't, so it's a pass. And here's an energy attachment. This Machamp GX is now just going to be big. Dowsing Machine for 2 for it looks like Misty's Wrath. I think Great is going to be digging for that Versus Seeker and or Goop Gas attack. I think that's really just what he's going to need to seal the deal this game. The bouncing of the broken time space is big too because that means the Giant Fan isn't going to be able to work over and over again. There is a Skyla for a Goop Gas attack, followed by a Scoop Up on the Uxie. Really looking for that Porygon too. That's really going to do well for him. Spiritomb gets dropped just in case. Flowstone come down. I think Grady's just trying to get some cards out of his hand so he can draw some more cards. That's really all it's going to be. Grady doesn't have to worry about decking out. It is not a mill deck, so he can play all the cards that he wants to. Thinning the deck is going to be really, really nice. And he actually does grab the Versus Seeker, so he has got that Goop Gas attack in his hand, so the Versus Seeker goes for Hex, downloads that. Still holding on to that Goop in case he misses, but there's an item finder for the Via Seeker for Hex again. And another knockout on this Giratina. If Grady can just keep this Hex loop up, he is going to win easily. With not much pushback from Shiftry. So I push the Uxie up. I think we're just looking through my hand here, trying to debate, and that's going to be a pass. Yet another pass. Oh, I think I'm going to... Oh, sorry, I say a bench Ditto first. Because I was like, oh, I didn't realize that Hex gets around that. So I played Ditto down first. That's kind of what that is. This is going to be a Karina for a Halusha, just to grab it to thin it. Probably is going to grab... Yep, there's the Dowsing Machine. Most certainly going to be for Hex. For Versus Seeker for Hex. Just to lock me out again. And there's another knockout. Going to push up the Ditto Bollock. Really can't afford to have that Porygon 2 go down. Ambipom gets dropped in another pass. Attach with the Spiritomb so he can retreat it, so he can item lock me. There's the switch into the Floatstone and retreat. Like I said, Grady's just trying to thin. That's really all he's doing here. He does have that Goop Gas attack still in his hand. Here's a Pokemon Collector for probably just some junk cards he doesn't really need. Really, like I said, just looking to thin his deck so that he can drop all of these ability blocking cards. One turn he's going to need to trump card and Hex in the same turn. Gonna be kind of hard for him to get that. And there's another knockout and a draw. Looks like is that a Dusk Ball, Quick Ball? It's something ball. Friend Ball? I can't remember what kind that is. It's not very good, but it's just a pass actually. Looks like I'm holding on to a Night Teleporter, a Super Scoop Up, a Bicycle. Looks like that's a Breeder Fields. I don't know if that's a trump card on the far left there. Kind of hard to see. But Grady is going to Pal Pad. Looks like he can get the Marley's back and maybe the trump card and or Hex. Yep, looks like Marley's and Hex back in. Computer Search coming down. Definitely going to grab that Hex. It's going to be really good on Grady if he can get a trump card here as well. He's going to need to get those item finders, those dowsings, junk arms sort of thing back so he can keep hexing. It's going to be a heavy ball fail, a Hex, and a pass. Down to 2 prizes left. What is Shiftry going to do? It's just going to pass again. This Hex loop is just killing Shiftry. Mallow coming down even. So Mallow is just going to guarantee that he can hit some sort of cool thing probably. He's going to need a trump card here. But because the Mallow comes down, it's actually going to be a miss, right? Because he can't trump card and he's got no other ways of recovery. He's played his Pal Pad, he's played his Item Finder and Junk Arm, so he realistically doesn't have any way he can Hex again this turn, because he's used all of his item-based resources. So Grady just benches another Pokemon to get maximum Pokemon out of the way. Probably going to still play that Marley's. We'll download the Marley's for the Item Finder Junk Arm, I would bet you. Or even for the Hex. Counts cards up, I have 7, so we can go for some sort of deck out. Here's the Guzma and the Knockout. 1 prize left, but however, I am not under Hex Lock anymore. So here comes Shiftry. No longer having this. Going to be this Breeder's Field option. It's going to be a fail search on the Breeder Fields. Junk Arm, most likely going for the Oak and or Versus Seeker for trump card, depending on what's in there. Can't really remember. Versus Seeker, Junk Arm Versus Seeker 4, trump card, and that gets played. So I don't have downloads, so that gets played 4 turns, shuffling it up. Now I have all these cards left. I have the Shiftry back, I have the Scoop Up back, I got the Devo Spray, the Broken Time Space, everything that I could possibly need back. Bicycle for 2. There's the Broken Time Space off the Bicycle for 2. The Pokédrawer draws into the Porygon 2. Oh my gosh. Dusk Ball coming right back. It is a Dusk Ball bottom. 7 cards. Misses if Pokemon. But really, I'm just going to need... I have the setups now. I just need Shiftry and ways to de-evolve. Ditto Bollock helps with 1 Pokemon there. That's 1 out of the way. Ambipom gets played to draw an extra card. That looks like to be a Bill's Teleporter. Night Teleporter comes down to heads on the Night Teleporter. Might draw into Juniper, Sycamore, or Oak. That's going to be one of them. Or even just a scoop up on the Uxie. Looks like it's going to be scoop up on the Uxie indeed. It also could have been the Shiftry, because I could have backed up there. Still have not backed up, still have not downloaded. There's the scoop up on the Uxie. Drawing 7 cards. Roller Skates. I don't know why I'm flipping 2. Roller Skates for a heads, drawing 3 there. Looks like I got a Cyclone Energy, that's not really going to help. I think I faked playing it. There's Unknown Q for quick. That's probably going to go in the Ditto-Bollock there. No big thing. Unknown R, retire. Thinking about it. Yep. So Unknown R gets benched, retired. I played the Lieutenant Surge's Treaty because I was like, oh, I can draw 1 card, forgetting that he's at 1 prize, because normally you can just play that card and not care. But I forgot that he actually managed to get down to 1 prize. So I played it, and Grady was like, you sure, buddy? So Lieutenant Surge's Treaty, Ruin Wall into the Unknown. Here comes a Timer Ball. Looks like a double Tails. Master Ball coming in. What do we get off that? A Fail Surge. It looked like I had the egg, but I failed it for some reason. Kind of crazy. I needed the head. Swoop Teleporter comes down. Most likely probably for either Baltoy or, sorry, C-Dot. Remember Baltoy's prize, I believe. Yep, C-Dot coming down. Level Ball most likely for Nuzleaf. Yep, there's a Nuzleaf. I think I've used all the unknowns already, and I've already used the Ember Palm for the turn. You can only use the Ember Palm once per turn. Kind of a crazy little effect there. Cyclone Energy on the bench just to get rid of it. Pokemon Rescue for Uxie to draw 5. What are we getting here? Looks like a random receiver, and then there's a Junk Arm and an Item Finder. Really nice if I could get the Shiftry out plus some Devo Sprays in the discard, so I wouldn't have to waste a Junk Arm or an Item Finder this turn. That's really what I'm just going to kind of try to hope for, I guess. Look at my options. Looks like random receiver. Doop, 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 doop. Hoping to hit that. Ooh, AZ is actually what we hit. Like I said, really want that Shiftry this turn. Hard telling what I'm going to try to hit here. Here's a Junk Arm. Great Ball and Treaty getting discarded. Thinking. I need to thin this hand. It might be a scoop up actually to get this Uxie back to draw more cards. I bet you. I'm hovering the scoop up, and the scoop up is the play. Gonna go ahead and Old Rod. Hits a heads. A Pokemon back in. Scoop up, draw. Have the Unknown. There's a Sycamore. There's a Bill. Bill into 2. Breeder Fields. Come on. Just need 1 heads, and we got 2 heads. Finally, this is gonna be a Shiftry coming down. A Giant Fan gets that pesky Spiritomb out of the way. Pokedex handy into an Erica and an Oaks. Yikes. Think I probably take the Oaks. Might take the Erica actually. We'll see. Because I had that Junk Arm. Like I said, I drew into the Junk Arm Item Finder. Item Finder gets played for what are we grabbing here? Kind of hard to say. AZ is the download, so move that down. Unknown for 1. Pokeball, probably either going to be a Fail Search or the other Unknown, or something along those lines. Looks like I did grab a Pokemon. Can't really see what it is off camera. My apologies. Nuzleaf Shiftry back. Heads, we're going to get that. Oh, that's big. So if he wants to attack, he's going to get all that back. Here's an Item Finder. Looks like I took back the Item Finder, actually, instead of playing it. Item Finder for a Scoop Up. Most likely on the Uxie, but it also could be, it looks like on the Shiftry. So I probably have some sort of recovery card, or that's what I'm banking on. Bill comes down. Because Scoop Up only takes the basic back, so the other ones get put back. Heads, got another Pokemon with I need 2 more heads here. Just a Devo Spray and a Hyper Devo Spray with some heads flips. Already used download, I can't use backup. Here's an Old Rod for 1 heads, it looks. 1 heads, 1 tails, which does nothing. You need either 2 heads or 2 tails. Computer search. Checking what's in my discard pile. Already downloaded and played my supporter for the turn. So if I'm going to download, I'm going to need to de-evolve that Porygon 2. De-evolve and re-evolve it, reset the condition. Looks like I can computer search for Misty's Wrath. That's the best I got this turn, apparently. Playing in the Misty's Wrath. Had a Mary there for the draw power of items. Doesn't look like I had a Devo Spray, so I probably would have played it right away. There's a Super Scoop Up fail. Mary, yep, so it was Mary and Super Scoop Up most likely from there. Gonna try to put 2 cards back. Hopefully I can get some more cards with backup. I think that's really what I'm trying to do at this turn. at this point. There's a Hyper Diva Spray, actually on the Porygon 2, playing it specifically so I can get a second supporter, probably that trump card. Backup happens to drawing back to the 6. Here's a secret mission, discard my entire hand, drawing 4. There's a Devo Spray. Hard to tell them what that's going to be on. I think I'm debating whether I want to play that on the Porygon 2. Nope, it's going to go on the Shiftry. And heads again. There's a Claydol down. One more Pokemon to go. Koga misses. Mail from Bill to draw 4. There's a Fuji. Putting the Uxie back in to hopefully draw. And if you looked at my hand, I had a random, I think it was a Random Seeker or a Versus Seeker. One of those two. Pokédex something. Missed that. What do we got? There's one more card. Victory Medal. Just to draw one card. Did we hit it? We need to hit one more. That's all we need. We need one more heads. Can we do it? Buddy for the Let Loose. That's going to be what we're going to do, I guess. It might be just that Versus Seeker. Oh, there's a Versus Seeker. It might be for the trump card. It is going to be for the trump card. Download trump card. Second trump card of the turn. We played it for turn. We downloaded an AZ. Then we de-evolved and re-evolved. I'm pushing them down to show that I've used the ability for the turn. If I can get a de-evolution, I need to hit money off this 4. There's a Bill. There's a Scoop Up. There's an Acrobike. There's a Bill. Scoop Up Cyclone. Need to hit the heads here. 1, 2, 3. It comes down. Heads it is. Shiftry wins a game. Pulls it out of nowhere. And that does it for your game. Grady and I do actually play out the rest of that game. He said, I want to see how many heads you can get. We ended up getting 20 that turn because I kept de-evolving the Porygon and using Trump Card over and over again. 20 flips is what I got that turn. So, yep, that's Shiftry. Shiftry versus Machamp, actually. Really, really good game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next video.